Beware of the seagulls. The funniest and most unexpected food attacks in Australia. If you've ever tried to enjoy a peaceful lunch by the beach in Australia, only to feel something swoop down and snatch your food. Congratulations, you've just met Australia's most fearless food thief, the seagull. These birds might look innocent from a distance, gliding gracefully over the ocean. But the moment you unwrap a sandwich, open a chip packet, or hold an ice cream cone too high, they transform into feathered food ninjas. Before we jump into today's story, make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and comment below if you've ever faced one of these sneaky sky robbers. I'd love to hear your experience. Did you lose your lunch or survive the attack? Let's get into it. It all begins like any perfect Australian beach day. The sun is out, waves are rolling in, kids are laughing, and the smell of fish and chips fills the air. But just as you sit down to take that first heavenly bite, whoosh! A shadow appears above your head. You look up and there they are, a gang of seagulls circling like mini helicopters with bad intentions. One of the funniest yet terrifying stories comes from a mum who said her daughter was quadruple teamed by a group of seagulls. Yes, 4 of them. 3 circled her like it was some military operation, while the 4th one swooped in and flipped her plate right over. Funnel cake everywhere. Imagine fighting for your dessert against a squad of white feathered thieves. She tried to protect it with one hand and wave them away with the other, but it was too late. The seagulls had won. And it's not just kids, even adults aren't safe. One lady in Sydney said she lost her sandwich straight from her hand. She didn't even have a chance to blink. The seagull came in fast like a professional food snatcher and poof, the sandwich was gone. No refunds. Literally. In fact, some beachside cafes have even put up signs saying, "No refunds if a seagull steals your food." That's how serious the situation is. When a cafe legally warns you about bird theft, you know these birds have a reputation. But let's talk about how they do it, because seagull attacks aren't random. They have strategy, teamwork, and attitude. Here's how it usually goes down. Step 1. They start watching you from a distance, pretending to be all calm and cute. Step 2. The moment you open your chip bag, they alert their crew, one squawk and suddenly 10 of them appear out of nowhere. Step 3. They begin their classic distraction move. One gull flies low to grab your attention, while another one swoops in from behind to snatch your food. They've practically mastered the art of food heists. Forget Ocean's 11, this is Seagull's 11. Even restaurants can't escape. A cafe worker once shared her first day experience. She got a sandwich order wrong and went back to fix it. When she came back with the correct one, a seagull swooped in and stole it off the tray right in front of her. The customer was shocked but laughed it off, and the cafe had to make a 3rd sandwich, this time delivered under a dome. Then there's the story of a woman trying to enjoy her meal at the beach when 3 gulls circled above her. She tried to wave them off, but a 4th one came in from nowhere, hit the plate, and the food flew everywhere. Within seconds, 10 more gulls joined the buffet. And if you think it ends there, think again. These birds don't just target chips and sandwiches, they go for anything edible. Burgers, ice cream, pizza, even donuts. One tourist shared how a man in Venice bought a slice of pizza and before he even took a bite, a gull flew straight at his face. The man dropped the pizza and the gull grabbed it midair like a pro athlete. Less than a minute, crime completed. If they're that skilled overseas, imagine what they can do in Australia, where the seagulls are bigger, bolder, and trained by the beach lifestyle. Now let's get real for a second. Why are seagulls so aggressive in Australia? It's not because they're evil, it's because they're smart and adaptable. With so many people eating outdoors, seagulls have learned that humans mean free food. They've also learned that we panic easily when they swoop down. And the more we drop food, the more they win. It's a survival strategy really, but one that looks like comedy to everyone watching from a distance. And here's something most people don't know. Seagulls are excellent communicators. If one finds food, it can call out to others and within seconds, you'll have a full-blown feathered riot. That's why you might start with 1 gull, and by the time you finish your chips, there's a crowd of 20 surrounding you. Some councils in coastal areas of Australia have even installed signs warning people not to feed the seagulls, because the more we feed them, the bolder they get. Some cafes use bird-proof umbrellas or nets, and a few have even brought in trained hawks to keep them away. But still, these gulls always find a way. Sometimes, though, there's a sweet side to this story. Not all bird interactions end in chaos. A lady shared that while she was cooking in her kitchen, a crow swooped in and stole a chapati from the pan. She thought it was rude but then noticed the bird kept coming back, taking the food and flying away without eating it. She realized it might have babies to feed. So the next time she made a chapati, she offered it to the bird, hot and fresh, and it flew away, holding it carefully. So while we laugh about food-snatching gulls, it reminds us that these birds are just surviving in our shared spaces. They've adapted to human life maybe a little too well. Back to the funny side, seagull attacks are almost a rite of passage in Australia. Every local has at least one story. Whether it's a stolen sandwich, a chip raid, or an unexpected seagull poop incident, these birds never miss a chance. One guy online joked, "What if a seagull just pooped on my sandwich instead of stealing it?" Well, that's still a seagull attack, just a more disgusting version. Either way, you're not finishing your lunch. There are even viral videos showing tourists screaming as gulls swoop down, knocking fries out of their hands. Some people try to run. Others stand frozen mid-bite, hoping not to become the next target. And for those brave souls who try to fight back, spoiler alert, the gulls always win. So, how do you survive a seagull attack in Australia? Here are a few tips learned the hard way by many beachgoers. 1. Never eat in open areas without a cover. Gulls can spot food from over 100 meters away. 2. Avoid eye contact. They take it as a challenge. 3. Keep your food close and your chips closer. 4. Don't feed them even for fun. It only trains them to come back stronger. 5. If one starts circling you, move fast. You're about to be raided. And if a café tells you, "No refunds if a seagull steals your food," take that warning seriously. That sign didn't appear there for decoration. In a way, seagull attacks have become a part of Australian coastal culture. They add a bit of comedy and chaos to every beach trip. You might lose a sandwich, but you'll gain a story that people love to hear. That time a seagull stole my lunch. So next time you visit a beach cafe, just remember you're not eating alone. Someone up there with wings and sharp eyes is watching, waiting, planning their next move. And if you ever hear that high-pitched caw-caw sound, protect your chips, it might already be too late. Before we wrap up, have you ever been attacked by a seagull in Australia? Or maybe witnessed one of these hilarious food thefts? Share your story in the comments below. I read every one of them. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more fun and interesting stories about life in Australia, from animals to culture, to those unforgettable moments that make this country so unique. See you in the next video, hopefully with your food still in your hands.